You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building with us this morning, Mr. Andy Cohen.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back.
Now, he would only talk to us once the camera started rolling because they gave us a whole list of demands. They said we cannot talk to Andy in the hallway. They said do not look
Is that
at
true?
him.
No.
He's not Steve Harvey.
That's full. Oh, my God. I set up a Steve Harvey doorbell on my dressing room door. I did because of his memo. I thought it was so funny.
Do you feel the same way?
No. Here's the deal. These people who are trying to talk to him, I don't think that they're trying to get selfies with him in the hallway. They're trying to produce their show.
Right.
Like, if people on my staff come up to me in the hallway and they want to talk to me about my I'm assuming that they are trying to make my show better.
Right.
And they're like, hey, can we talk about this segment we're doing, whatever? I mean, they're not coming by for selfies.
What if they're like, I have an idea?
Okay, then that could be irritating. I don't know, not really. I mean, look, I can't speak for Steve Harvey, and but I thought that memo was hilarious. I mean, I put it up on my dressing room door.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I'm sure, come by for little things. Maybe their family members in town and wants to take a picture.
Right,
Or somebody
yes.
wants to meet. And those
Yes.
things, I'm sure,
Yes.
can be a distraction.
But
No,
maybe
absolutely.
You asked in advance. But I also feel like if these people work on your staff to make your show better and they're professionals, that they kind of know and can read you and to know what to say, what to ask you, when to do it.
Yeah, it's just I mean, what is his staff doing? What are they doing to Steve Harvey in those hallways?
I don't know.
What are they doing? I did his show last week, as a matter of fact,
Did you see
in
any staff members
Chicago.
around?
It was before that memo came out.
Okay.
And but no, he was like walking through the hallway with his security guy when I left. So I was like, okay. There you go.
Now let's talk Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, wow.
What a show.
What a show.
What a show. Did you expect any of that to
No, I didn't. No, I really didn't.
So you
I
didn't tell Phaedra those stories about...
No, I was very surprised that Phaedra said this came from me. I was really, really surprised.
Your face was, I mean, classic. When she said, and you said, well, why did you lie? And she was just like,
That was the thing that and I told her after we spoke a few days later, and I said, I was really surprised that you didn't defend yourself more. And I feel like I was throwing her kind of lines like, look,
Come here, honey, I'm trying to help you.
Right, exactly.
Say
I was like,
something.
look, I mean, because the truth of the matter is Team Candy has been talking about Phaedra for a few years. So I could understand where her disdain or where how she could be getting frustrated with that. But she didn't. She was very passive. Yeah, that's what.
That's not like her. She's a lawyer. Usually
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I wonder why she didn't
I don't know.
She was just in the wrong. She knew she was in the wrong, and there was nothing she can do.
Right. That's right.
But she did afterwards say that the producers told her.
She did say that
story about.
Yeah, she
Candy.
did say that.
Did you
Any truth to
question
that?
the producer? Well, you are a producer too.
I don't believe it. And also, I know Phaedra and I know everyone in the group. You can't tell them, oh, go say this on camera. Like, it just doesn't work. Have you ever met a Real Housewife? They do their own thing.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what works for them, really.
That's why we hire them.
Right.
Yes.
So is it rumored? There was rumor that she is fired. Has she been let go yet?
There is rumor that she's fired. I mean, look, we're looking at next season, and you have to look at where we left off, which is that none of the women want to engage with her. So that's a tough place to come back from. That's all I'll say on that.
Right. Because it's very rare that one of the housewives, I mean, all kinds of crazy things happen. Like,
Yeah.
housewives have been caught lying. They've gone to jail.
Yeah.
They've had all...
Well, it's funny, and people are comparing this. People are tweeting me saying, "Wait, Teresa was on the show, and she." I think that as a producer of the show, you have to look at the dynamic of the group. I remember in season 2 of New Jersey when Danielle was on, and at the end of that season 2 reunion, no one really wanted to have anything to do with her. It is hard to come back from that. It's about a group of friends. So, you're shooting a group of friends. That's what you have to look at.
But is it about friends? Because it seems like there has
it's
to
about
be some
friends.
kind of
And
drama.
sometimes there's tension with friends, man.
People want to have to film with you, too. If everybody's like,
I thought that was part of it. Like, some people are friends, but then they might not like this one.
That absolutely is. No, that absolutely is. But if it's 5 against 1, then that's also not fair to the one.
Right.
Unless
It's
you let
really
nature bring
not. I
someone
mean,
on.
there you go. Exactly.
Now,
Trying to find all kinds of
That's
solutions.
a possibility too.
Now, Nene's coming back.
Is she?
Is she? We should be asking you.
Is she?
Is Nene coming
Who
back? That's what
said
we
that?
heard. We see.
That's
rumors.
what we keep hearing.
No, I know. Here's the thing. There's a lot of rumors about season 10, and
Kim
the
and
answer
Nene.
is Kim and Nene. That's a big rumor. The answer is we haven't started shooting. We will let you know as soon as it happens.
Now, so no man on the show, no husband has ever gotten paid or boyfriend or anything.
Right.
On Real Housewives.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Okay, I was just verifying.
They said that
'cause
before. He said the women get paid now. Whatever they want to do with their money, if they want
Yes.
to break off their spouse
Right.
or their boyfriends, that's up to them. But it's
Right.
about the women.
Right.
Okay. Has there ever been a time that you've wanted like a man, like one of the husbands or boyfriends to be on the show and they've been reluctant? Like, would you ever be like, okay, if
We
you-
can't. It's a bad precedent to set to start paying the guys. Because the idea is this is a show about women and their lives,
Right.
and the guys come with it. They're part of the package, you know? So it is, they are considered part of the package. And more, you know, some of them will engage more than others. And it's on the one hand, their prerogative. And on the other hand, we obviously encourage engagement. We've been lucky with Atlanta because the guys have typically wanted to be a part of the show, and they view it as supporting their wives, and we think it's great. And you know, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of talk on Twitter like, oh, you know, they want a peach or whatever. I'm like, listen, this is kind of part of their job. You know, they're supporting their wives, and bless them for doing it. You know, and sometimes they're like, why are they at the reunion? Well, they're at the reunion because we invited them and we asked them to come. And
I love it. The one field where the woman makes more than the man.
Exactly.
That is true.
Real
Yeah,
Housewives.
exactly.
See, so Envy, if your wife goes on, you don't get nothing.
That's all right.
That's
I'm supporting
right.
my
They should
wife.
get
That's
Whatever my
right.
wife wants
Yeah,
to do is fine.
exactly.
She supports me.
It'll come back to Envy in some way or
Absolutely.
another.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, question: is there any scenes that you guys wanted to take out? Because I was watching the scene with Sheree, and I guess she was in the car, and
Yeah.
her ex-husband made fun of hitting her. You know?
Yes. Yeah, there have been things that we have taken out. Typically, if it happens in front of the camera, it's fair game. I thought the story with Sheree was fascinating. First of all, on several levels. I think, first of all, it showed us a window into a side of Sheree that we never knew, which was something very vulnerable and sad and painful in her past. And it explained kind of who she is and why she behaves the way she does. And so that was really interesting. And second of all, I think that as I don't want to say it was educational, but I want to say that it was something that women who have maybe been through that in the past could look at and either relate to or have a thought about or learn about.
It's a teachable moment.
It's a teachable moment. I think it really is. And I think Sheree, in retrospect, is, from what she has said, is glad that it was out there because it's kind of, she's gotten a lot of support from people and from her friends on the show. And so, yeah.
Sometimes you're really reluctant to put certain things in your life out there, but then when you see people supporting you and you realize it helps other people too.
Other people have been through the same thing, so
Yeah.
it's easier. Now, Sheree, is she ever going to finish this mansion?
I don't know. It looks like she's kind of in the final stretch.
She's been building it for, what, 8 years now?
Something like that.
7 years now?
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Chateau Sheree.
Chateau Sheree.
Yes.
All right, now let's talk about Love Connection.
I'm so excited, you guys. Love Connection. I'm hosting it. It's back on Fox May 25th, Thursdays at 9 after Jamie Foxx's new show, Beat Shazam.
I feel like I could win that show, by the way. I'm
What,
so
Beat
good-
Shazam?
Yes.
I bet you could. I bet
I'm
you wouldn't
so
do bad
good.
on Love Connection, too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now, tell us about Love Connection, because there's a lot of people that don't know or
Right.
too young for Love Connection. So explain what Love Connection is.
You guys, it is the best show, and it is so perfect for me. Basically, we set up 2 sexy singles on 3 dates each. So let's say you're coming on the show,
let's do
okay? Okay. So you come on the show and you say, this is my type of guy. I'm going to set you up on 3 blind dates with 3 guys, okay? And we are going to you're going to go on the dates. And then basically you're going to come on the show and I'm going to have each of the 3 guys on video and I'm going to hear about your dates, the good, the bad, the awkward, the ugly. At the beginning of the date, we have each of you rate each other's looks based on your first impression on a scale of 1 to 10.
That's gonna be good.
So we got people grading each other's looks, which is so awkward. It's either amazing or so awkward. It's
right.
like, you know, we had guys on there. It's like, he's like, I I told you I was looking for a big booty, and her booty wasn't big enough, so I gave her a 3. Like,
oh man,
crazy. It's so crazy. And then they talk about the dates, and then we have the audience vote on who they think should be the person's love connection.
Love connection, but with the updated.
It's classic, but it's updated. So then, then at the end we have you say, okay, this is the guy that I want to be my love connection. We bring him out, then we find out who the audience voted for. If the audience voted for a different guy, let's say they chose Envy, who you had a horrible date with and you hated. And here comes Envy. Now you can choose to go away for an overnight date with your love connection, or we'll give you $10,000 to go off with DJ Envy. So there's a little love or money thing at the end of every episode. So it's so cool, you guys. It's so funny. And we set up there's every kind of couple. What
about menages?
We don't have menages. Maybe that's season 2, but I like that.
Contestants.
I like that. I love a menage. And then, we've got every kind. Fox is really into diversity. And on the other show, it's like they only set white people up with white people and black people up with black people. We've got interracial couples. We had this woman, I think she's in the premiere episode. She went on her first date ever with a white guy. And I said, what were you thinking at dinner? She goes, I was terrified. I go, why? She goes, because he was white. I'm like, she's like, I've never been to dinner with a white guy.
I've never been on a date with a white guy.
There you go. It was so cool.
No, really? I never have.
And they totally connected too. Really? I mean, it was great. There's so much funny.
Do you do gay couples as well?
Yeah, we do gay couples. We have hot lesbians, like super hot. Yes.
And you know what's crazy? I was talking about this the other day. So I had posted on Instagram, right? I went to this restaurant, Cola House. And one of the owners came, and I was like, oh, let's take a picture so I could post it, that I was here.
Yeah.
He's a white guy, and people thought that I was on a date. And
were people pissed?
Yes.
Yeah, they were pissed.
By the way, that guy can kind of get it.
Right.
He's not only white, but he's a ginge,
this
too.
This is locker room talk with
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. In my I had to delete some of them. They were
look at this. Someone's like, oh, she said it's the owner of the restaurant. Guys, calm down, everybody.
I had to say it on the
and
radio.
then someone said, I always thought this was her style. I don't know why. Wow, they're slagging you for being with this, for this...
And
with
I
this
just
ginge.
met him, and I was like, thanks for the dinner. And I posted it like, Cola House, thank you. Whatever. They did a great job. My food
He
was
needs
great.
to stay away from you. Oh, my God.
Now, is he your type?
That guy? Yeah, I like a ginge. I got to tell you something.
A
ginge is a redhead.
Oh,
a ginger.
I didn't know.
But I got to tell you, no, I am like the freaking UN. I like colors of the world.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you been on a bad blind date ever?
Yeah, I have. And as a matter of fact, it was someone set us up, and we were in line for a movie, and I was talking to him, and I said, you know what? Let's bail. This is no good. And I left. Yeah, I left.
Did he agree, or was he like, no, let's just go?
I think he agreed. I just had to get out of there as quickly as possible.
What was that conversation like? That
Was it a black
so
guy?
It was so bad. No, it was not a black guy. Yeah.
Like, what was happening?
Was his breath bad, or was that?
No, it was
movie,
just
you don't
bad. It
even
was
have
bad.
to
It was a
talk.
long ass time ago. I'll tell you that. It was probably the last time I had a blind date. But the cool thing about this is we give everybody. We set them up on 3 dates. So there's and we made some real love connections.
Because it's based on their preferences. Like
Exactly.
What
But the
they're
other
attracted
thing, we'll throw a twist in there too, because there's 3 dates. But the other thing is, we are all so conditioned to judge each other so quickly. But the idea is that these people spent 3 or 4 hours on their dates, and they actually got to know people, which is such an old-fashioned thing. We don't, we look on Tinder, we look on whatever, we text, and then we forget about it. We're on to the next thing. They actually sat with these people and got to know them, which is cool.
So what are some ideal first dates that you put these people on, like places or?
They got to choose where they went, by the way. So it was, some people were really imaginative and great. We gave them each $500 and said, you can do anything with this $500. Go, plan a fun date, plan a fun night. So people went on cruises. People went on dinner cruises. They went to clubs. They went, they worked it out.
You think a club is a good first date?
No, not a club. I think a club is a bad first date. I would be like, wait right here. I'm going to go get that guy's number.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I had a blind date and we went to a club. My friend was going out with a guy and she was like, oh, I want you to go out with his friend. Awful experience. As a matter of fact.
You can't talk. You got to yell.
No, we actually left them online because they couldn't get in. It was like, we'll see y'all later.
Oh, that's even worse.
And then never saw them again.
That's even worse. Now, now with the Real Housewives franchise, what's next?
You know what? Potomac is having killer ratings
All right,
now.
so yeah, let's talk about that because
I know Giselle was here recently. I love her. She's great.
and we had Ashley on for the first season as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
She's great.
Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out Ashley.
What
because
is it?
sometimes she's really sweet and nice.
Which one is Ashley?
Ashley's the young one that has the older white, that has the Australian restaurant.
Older white dude husband. She's hot.
Have you ever been to her restaurant?
I have not.
Would you try the kangaroo?
You know, they brought it last time she was on Watch What Happens Live. She brought some kangaroo.
Did you eat it for real? Or?
I did eat it. It was a little piece of it, and there was like a cooked mushroom with it. So, and I'm down for some mushrooms, both.
Shrooms.
Magic mushrooms and not.
I keep trying to tell
y'all. But yeah, so I tried it, but I just tried to focus on the mushroom, basically.
Because you didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody really wants to eat.
I don't know if they do either.
You know what? The reason I asked, Potomac, it's not as grandiose as some of the other ones.
Yeah,
you know,
but I think that's okay.
And people still love it.
Yeah.
I think it's growing too. Because it's only the second season.
Yeah,
right.
It is. It's a good group. And you know, yeah, they all have a different vibe, and Potomac has their own vibe. What happened with Katie?
Did she quit, or was she?
God, what did happen with Katie? She, I think it was kind of a mutual. Actually, I think there was something with her ex or something. It was tied up. She wasn't able to come back on. I would have loved to have her on.
The guy that she was on the show with.
Not the white guy that wouldn't marry her. I think the father of the kids. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay, so she had to leave.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to expand into other?
I think we're good right now, don't you?
I think you should bring back Miami. I think Miami
you do?
didn't have a shot.
Yeah.
I think it was too early on.
Well, you know what? We went 3
now
seasons. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true, actually. We went 3 seasons with Miami. The thing about it is that, Mama Elsa got really sick. She was actually a really important part of that show. And when she got sick and left the show, people were kind of like, the ratings went down season 3, which is never the direction that you want it. And then like the reunions really went down the ratings. And it's like, if they don't want to see the reunions, maybe there's a problem.
Yeah, I thought that would have been, bringing that back would have been good. Because people are into them now. You know?
Okay.
I love Miami.
And I wanted to ask you, because I know you pay attention to everything that's
yes,
going
I
on
do.
in pop culture.
Yeah.
So have you been following this L.A. Reid story of him?
I have. I mean, I'm assuming you guys have had L.A. on.
Yeah, we did for his book.
Yeah. I mean, I am a huge L.A. Reid fan. Huge L.A. Reid fan. So I don't know anything about what's going on. And he's been a great guy. And I know his wife, Erica, and I've met their kids. And I love L.A. We go to the end of the earth for him. So...
Yeah, we're trying to watch this story unfold and figure out, because, all right, forget it. I'm not even going to say it.
What?
I mean, I don't really know what happened.
No,
but
we don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
We were talking earlier about how hard it is sometimes, like, to claim for women who are sexually harassed. Because I feel like little incidents happen, all the time.
Right.
Like, what's sexual harassment? If somebody says to you, you look really good in that. Because the guy from Revolt said that to me earlier today. Is that sexual harassment?
No.
But then I was at our first Christmas party, and one of the sales ladies smacked me on my butt. Is that sexual harassment?
All right, that's in the direction. I mean, but also it's playful. But also, by the way, there's a double standard because if you slapped her on the butt, that is sexual harassment.
Now,
if a girl, if a woman does that to you, it's more probably considered playful. Now, if you're her assistant and she's like, bend over, DJ. Show me that pretty ass. That's sexual harassment.
That would be awkward.
Okay, so you guys sexually harass
Can
me.
you bend over, DJ?
No.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Well, you don't work here, so
I'm just kidding.
Sexually
I know. I'm totally kidding.
Now, what about if somebody walks
kidding.
in and starts massaging your shoulders?
Well, that's getting there. Yeah, right?
But it's a massage. It's like...
Well, did you ask for the
today?
massage?
No.
That's the question.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now, you met Michelle Obama recently.
I did.
How was that?
It was great. It was so cool. I saw Charlamagne there.
Charlamagne was there, yeah.
And I said, are you watching The Housewives? Because I've met her a few times and I've always kind of I've always heard that she watches The Housewives. And she goes, I can't wait for part 4 of the reunion. And I was like, yes.
Really?
Yes.
There we go. That's what I love.
Yeah, me too.
I was surprised
love
she said
Michelle
to the Breakfast
Obama.
Club too, and that surprises me. I was like, when do you have the time to watch TV and listen to radio?
Well, now she does. Now she does.
Right.
I love Michelle Obama. I would go to the ends of the earth for her too.
All right.
All right. So wait. Love Connection premieres
May 25th on Fox. It's after Jamie Foxx's new show, Beat Shazam. And it's great, you guys. Thursday nights, watch it before you go out.
I'm into it. I love dating shows.
You're going to love this show.
Remember Shipmates when they would be on the boat?
Yes.
Remember that one?
I do.
How old are you over there? You goodness
What?
gracious.
You never saw Shipmates?
She knows.
Yes, I love Love Connection. You just got to bring out the old sound effects back.
And then remember they had Change of Heart?
Yeah, I remember
Like, there
Change of
hasn't
Heart.
been a good dating game.
Oh, no, this is.
Because there is no other.
I'm telling you, this is so good. You guys are going to love it.
All
Love
right.
Connection.
I love
May
love.
25th, Fox TV. Check it out. The Love Connection with Andy Cohen. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for stopping
Appreciate
by.
it.
It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.